Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Adam. I'm here with BringItDon. Let's see what this computer can do for us, and then we'll continue from there. Addendum display shows a text message. Welcome to the OWL system, comrade. I remind you that cargo elevator A1 is currently sealed in response to Order 712. It is strictly forbidden to open the elevator without explicit orders from your superiors. There are also three unread messages. Under this text there is a command line. Seems like you could type commands into it. Alright. Alright, that's what we just read. Let's open. Bunker? Wrong command. I'll ask you not to fret and try again. Okay. Open. Elevator. Wrong command. I'll ask you not to fret. Okay. Open. Message. Message 1. Petrov, I remind you that the new code to the TV room is 2104. Don't you dare tell Sidorov. After the last incident, he better have a darn good reason to even be looking in the same direction as the TV. Artemiev. Okay, message 2. Warning, Order 712 is in effect. In light of that fact... I encumbered all of a sudden. In light of that fact, we remind you that cargo elevator A1 is prohibited from being opened without direct and explicit orders from your superiors. Your superiors. Message 3. All labor and no free time makes poor Petrov a dull worker. Okay. So what was the 2104. Let's open that bad boy. Now why am I encumbered all of a sudden? I guess my strength wore off, right? At least some degree of it. Two 2104. That was easy. What is this? Verifying MDI pool data. Okay. Is that a machine standing before you? If you knew something about old tech, you might even okay. So what? A well-preserved computer. I wonder if that's going to come in handy later. Alright, what else can this other computer do? Send command? Nope, alright. If bunker open, then... Oh, wait. If bunker closed, then open. Error, this terminal is not permission to operate the entrance to the bunker. I'll ask you not to fret and try again. Okay. Then bunker open. Okay. If elevator closed, then open. Yes. Okay. Is there any other commands that I might be missing? Probably not. Alright, well. Good enough for government work. Let's jump on in this elevator. Down to the next level. Or several levels. I don't know where the elevator's taking me. I just step on that little green square and I call it a day. Let's just scope ahead real quick. Oh, it's pretty big. Some ants I gotta kill. Alright, well that should be interesting. Yeah, this place is pretty big. Alright, let's get started. Can I open this up? Does not look like it. Ooh, some good stuff. Anytime I find a stimulant, I think it's good stuff. Because they're pretty rare. Alright, we're probably go into this room first, right? Might never be hurt, and I have plenty of antidotes. Not picking up any microchips. Again, if I need a good cash grab, I can always come back here and grab all the microchips I'm leaving behind. All right. Ooh, they got a red phone. Well, this rope will come in handy while we're down here. Alright, so I go this way first, which will lead me to Mr. Ant-Man over here. Which might be the best idea. Because maybe he has something to trade or a quest that we can take care of while we're in here. Alright, well this is going to be pretty easy. Let's go in this one first. Nada. Okay. Hello, rat. You the only rat? No, there's another one down there. All right. Uh-oh. All right, well, it's not normal for me not to be able to get up into a locker. Hopefully there's something good in here. Where's it at? Uh-oh. There we go. Well, it was okay, I guess. Let's get another canteen. Ooh, 20 experience for this one. It's pretty good stuff in there. My alcohol wears off, I'm gonna be in a bit of a bind. I mean, there's plenty of stuff I can drop. I'm not gonna be hurting. Also, what's his face can carry a lot more stuff now. Cause I got him at 28. Carry capacity backpack. Alright, what can I give you, bud? So I can carry up to 92 now. There we go. I think that'll do for now, because I'm underweight now. Because by default I can carry 100. With it, well, at least with the backpack that I have one. It's not actually by default. I'm also drunk, so I'm super... Ooh. Well, I'll be taking those. I'm just eating experience in here. So we went in here, right? No, we did not. I didn't see that door. That was. I didn't see that the door was connected to the. Room that I was in. That's what I'm trying to say. What if that ant guy's gonna be mad that I'm killing all of his friends, all of his ant buddies? That was a pool. I didn't see that. I saw the gym, but I didn't see the pool itself. All right. Well, I guess it wasn't such a bad thing that I skipped that room the first time through. So I wonder if these are the old machines still. Yeah. I wonder what you can get out of those machines if you have the means. Oh, I need to take an antidote. Where's this darn key at? Or key ring. I knew I could do it. I'll talk to you in a second, buddy. Ooh, coffee. I can give him the salt to carry around. Now, I was told that this was like it can be interacted with. If you take salt and meat, how much salt do I have? I have 2 meats and I have 4 salts. That'll make it 8. Grab 6 of these bad boys. I don't craft very often, but here we go. Oh, okay, so I didn't succeed every time. That is also okay. Where is... Is it down the bottom now? Yeah, there it is. I don't want to give him the explosive because he'll probably end up using it. And that's no good. Alright, let's go talk to this Ant-Man. Well, let's take his stuff first. I'm sure he won't mind. Alright, antagonizer. What you got for me? You suddenly feel that somebody is watching you. The feeling is so intense that it gives you the heebie-jeebies. Look around. It's pretty hard to see in the dim and dusty little room. You squint and scan the room with your eyes. Something suddenly draws your attention. Yes, in the small window. A man's silhouette looms. Who's there? Nobody answers. You adjust your sight better and start to distinguish a human shape watching you. It's a gaunt old man with a thick, overgrown beard. He is dressed in dirty tatters and what appears to be body parts of giant ant mutants. Holy crap, that picture. The man wears a severed ant head as a kind of helmet. Two unfocused and wild-fiery eyes look upon you from under the sharp jaw. An ant shell protects his body like a medieval cuirass. The strange watcher holds in both hands ant legs or ant feelers, the ends of which are directed at you. Finally, the raspy voice of a strange man breaks the silence. Ant Gavrilov is asking himself a question. What is the thing in front? Coughs of him. Ant, rat, or human? Human. The man puts the feelers out in front of him and begins to move them like pointers. Finally, he nods with satisfaction and lowers his hands. The answer is correct. Chemical composition is identical to human. The same with appearance. Ant Gavrilov recognized himself looking at human before rebirth. Man, did you happen to be an Adam employee? Ant Gavrilov is not. Ant Gavrilov is confused by this question, because doesn't understand what this human is talking about. Perhaps Gavrilov the ant can discuss other topics that human is interested in. Who or what are you? Ant Gavrilov. Before the rebirth, Ant Gavrilov was just Gavrilov, Konstantin, Mikhailovich. Yep, it was Ant Gavrilov's patronymic. Or patronymic? Or nymic? Patronymic? I don't know. Gavrilov worked as a main engineer in Bunker 317. What do you mean by this rebirth? Ant Gavrilov's brain experienced some alterations, which changed the Ant Gavrilov speech manner, also forced Ant Gavrilov into considering him as an ant. Here it is. The rebirth. Okay. Did a squad of troops pass by here? Ant Gavrilov indeed has seen the big squad of humans recently. They entered the bunker laboratory by breaking down the first door and blowing up the second one. Ant Gavrilov did not follow them after that, but he heard gunfire. Fewer people have left here than came in before. Ant Gavrilov suspects some disagreement in the troop has led to a conflict. Ant Gavrilov haven't contacted the squad because had been scared. I'm doubtful, of course, but have you heard any rumors? Ant Gavrilov heard that the nuclear bombing happened, but Ant Gavrilov is not sure this is still important. Yeah, that's old news. Tell me about this bunker. Ant Gavrilov doesn't know why this bunker was built, but Ant Gavrilov has own suspicions. Ant Gavrilov supposes some experiments were carried out here to invent a new type of weapon or to improve the old ones. Ant Gavrilov has the vague impression these giant ants living in the structure appeared here as a result of these experiments, but it's only my wild guesses. Listen, can you help me somehow with the bunker? Human perhaps noticed a lot of working systems here should be broken by now. Ant Gavrilov keeps himself busy, barely repairing equipment to stay alive. Ant Gavrilov knows codes to many bunker doors. The first door to the door key to I cannot read. I almost said a library. Laboratory is 4344. I'm gonna write that down. What did I say? It's 4334. I said 4334. I think that's right. Whatever. The second door key is already useless because human squad passed here earlier, blew up the entry. Considering the opportunity that human most likely is interested in finding human's troops, it could help. Ant Gavrilov does not mind speaking more. Ant Gavrilov is hungry for a chance to talk. But listen, you're a human. The human is wrong. Ant Gavrilov is an ant. Ant Gavrilov was indeed human once, but this time is long past. Wait, but how'd you become an ant? It's impossible. Ant Gavrilov went through a rebirthing process. Ant Gavrilov's brain experienced some alterations. Okay. But this rebirth didn't make Gavrilov into a real ant. No, it didn't. But to admit it, to accept it, this would mean that Ant Gavrilov wasted his time sitting underground for about 20 years. He missed the sunlight and he missed the society, for nothing. And this is a hard truth to swallow for Ant Gavrilov. The surface world isn't exactly rainbows and butterflies nowadays. You didn't miss a lot, but now a guy with your skills is in about as much demand as clean water. The man raises his eyes to you, they're full of hope. Is human sure? Aunt Gavrilov is a little afraid, but nevertheless, I'm ready to risk it. Thank you, human, for opening Aunt Gavrilov's eyes. Even if Gavrilov's destiny is to die in this dangerous and bloodthirsty world, it's worth it anyway. But be careful out there, buddy. Okay, well, look at that. I helped a man out. Or an ant. Help something out, gosh darn it. I'm encumbered? I am encumbered. There's another safe. I don't have access to all these. Wasn't there another one upstairs? Oh, a mysterious book. King and the Pauper both know it. Evil and good understand that. Yell all you won't. It won't open the door. This door? Interesting. Okay. So there are at least two safes in here. But I'm not sure how to go about opening those yet. Alright, come and give me ant or ants. I'll take on your whole colony. I don't think I'm drunk anymore. That's nice. That's why my strength wore off. Stupid ants thinking they can fight me. It's like a bug's life all over again. But I'm the grasshopper. Or grasshoppers. Oh, what are you fighting, bud? Don't run off too far there, Fidel. I'm not sure if you can take the ant by yourself. Nah, you're okay. Sorry for underestimating you. Sweet. Alright, let's go explore the gym. The gymnasium. Alright, I don't remember which one's actually. Alright, I did not check this one. Oh, yeah, just 300 rubles. Alright. I dig it. Oh, that's weird. Alright, so this is all. This just loops back around. All that for a spoon. Okay. I'm getting a mean amount of experience in here, though. I mean, I still have 3,000 experience to go, but, you know, I'm getting there. And if you come here at an earlier level, then you probably level up very quickly, lockpicking all this stuff. And you probably quickly realize the importance of the lockpick skill in the game. If you're new to like games like this, you may not realize how important lockpicking is. Maybe not important, but like useful. One and a two. Looks like Bunker 317 is going to turn out to be quite the multi-part adventure. I was expecting just a couple of episodes, but it's pretty big. Can open up all the doors so I know where I've been. Painkillers, stimulant. Some of that stuff, that's the stuff that gives me a bunch of strength. Antidote. Nada, and a whole bunch of nothing. Alright. Nothing in here, okay. I haven't been this way. Towards what appears to be the barracks. Now, if I go this way, is this going to take me towards... Yeah, so this is a laboratory. I'm going to save the laboratory for last. I'll finish exploring over here. Then we'll head back towards the barracks side. What appears to be the living quarters. All right. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. Man. This bunker is huge. I mean, comparatively. It's most of the places I've been. Or at the very least, there's a lot of things to grab. A lot of interactivity. This door's like jammed open. Interesting. Couple of dead guys. Nothing weird about that. Also, we need to have a code to a safe on him. But he had one ruble instead. Alright, back to the other side. Living quarters. What appears to be, yeah. It is also huge, but yeah, we'll try to explore all this episode, and then the next one we'll head into the laboratory. Swing and a miss. Yeah, nope. 28 HP, right? 28 damage. Hot dog. That's kind of lame. It took my action points away from me, even though I was in it when combat started. That's lame. Alright. Oh, what is all this stuff? The memo. We 5334, Petrov and Newman. 8904. Should I write these down? I should probably write these down. Pen doesn't want to work right now. Come on. 5534. 8904. 7037. 5303 and 8210. So if I had to guess, what does this say? Holy crap-a-roly. Alright, I can probably read this and then call it an episode, because this is pretty lengthy. I acknowledge my mistakes, and I am ready to receive the proper punishment for them. But Aksanov's position in this matter disturbs me greatly. Did I even say that we were all unhappy with my statement? The talk was really hard, and the ending of it very awkward, but now this topic is finally closed, so it was all for the best. A few words about my future home. They sure didn't spare any expenses. Automatic doors, each equipped with motion sensing apparatus. You can even input a code to use instead of a key. It seems like an overpriced, unnecessary thing. But I think someday doors like this will be everywhere, even in shops. Krasnov got a strange phobia because of these doors, though. He is afraid that after some error, these doors will endanger people around the bunker. The tech staff prove there's no danger involved, but he still believes that sooner or later, one of these doors will cut his head off. A strange superstition from a rational man. The lab is equipped with something out of this world. All the instruments are in ideal condition. The machines lack markings, but I believe they're East German. There is a room for test animals. I believe we'll have to experiment on them during our stay. Vivisection comes to mind. We also have some Elecon computers, EVMs, and even Western designs. An amazing level of equipment. I think these machines surpass everything I used before. The nature of our research is not known to most of us. The full picture is probably only known to our leader, Nina Semyonovna. She's pulling all the strings. As for me, I suspect we're working on a kind of biological weapon. Most of us think that nuclear weapons are the most destructive. How wrong they are. The most dangerous weapon is indeed biological. I started ordering the Pravda newspaper to keep up with the times. So many things happened during my stay in the bunker. I'm also considering a subscription to the Literature Digest and the New World Journal. A good read never hurts. Today I got the chance to get to know our leader, Nina Semyonovna. At supper, she asked what I think about poetry. I was really surprised by this because I always thought of her as someone too practical for such matters. Without even thinking, I lied saying that I love poetry. She recommended reading Bloc, or Bloch. What an interesting person she is. Her green eyes sometimes light up with no apparent reason, with no connections to the topic of the discussion. But these eyes, they do not live on their own. They follow Nina... Let's say Nina. They follow Nina's feelings and thoughts. What does she think about, I wonder? Just about work? Got a bit sick today. I blame the trip to the local site called the Zagoremsk Waterfall. Quite the place, actually. The water in it has a reddish tint, almost like blood. Some microorganisms are probably to blame. Strange nobody ever tried to learn more about that phenomena. Local legend tells us of a fight between two strongmen, Big Normer and Anzar the Brave. They fought on the Zagorem Hill until they ran one another through with swords. I can only imagine how surprised the people of the past were to find this bloody waterfall. Anyway, I'm writing this from the medbay. I have to spend a few days here. How good it is that I started subscriptions to newspapers. Changing staff today. The new specialist is Naiman YG, who will be replacing the department Nikolaev. Today we and Naiman discuss what is more important. The physical body functions or emotions. I think that the body is more important. Emotions are a product of it. But Naiman thinks otherwise. He loves music and is fairly creative. Sort of a mix between a scientist and a poet. Interestingly enough, judging by my observations, Naiman himself isn't prone to empathy. It seems that we are not the only lab that is currently busy with the project. There is at least one more, although where it is located and who is part of the team there, I do not know. Interesting information, though. Are we working on parts of some giant project? Are we making the same thing but with different approaches? Maybe we have the same work plan and the other labs are spares in case something goes wrong in one. Too many questions. Sadly, I doubt I will ever find answers for them. Today, me and Krasnov finished a chess session that lasted 2 days. Each afternoon, we met in the rest area to continue our play, and the others watched us with interest. I must say that Krasnov is a great chess player, but sometimes he is prone to risky moves. Thus, he has a more adventurous playstyle. I, on the other hand, believe that the best style of play is that of a tactician. Each move is a riddle, a puzzle which must be solved. This is why I love chess. Krasnov lost, by the way, but I must say it was quite the battle. Now, I won't play chess for a while. I like making pauses between games. Krasnov wants to have another go at me, but he isn't too urgent. He wants to think about his mistakes first. This is why I respect the man. Another change in staff. In place of the departed Boris Snyder, we got 2 new scientists. Tarantev and Vavilov, fairly young. We'll see how they cope with the research. I like Tarantev from the start. He is energetic, and he knows his place in life. Met another rookie on our team today, Vavilov, a young man, fairly reserved if not shy. Also seemed to me kind of sentimental. He also enjoys chess and would like to play sometime. I'd like that. I want to know his playstyle. I have a vacation, but I'd rather not go home. A resort is also out of the question. The only idea I found worthwhile for my free time is to pursue my small passion. I am a folklorist at heart, so I decided to drive around local villages asking about local legends. Some folks around here remember legends and songs of old that are still unheard of by most folklore students. I'm so interested in finding how folk stories were conceived. What pushed the ancient people to create a certain myth? Where are its roots? Solving such problems is like being a real detective. I also learned that I like to be followed. Wherever I go, people from the Secret Service will shadow my every move. I'm not offended by that. It's safer that way. Rich Man Drone. Written from the words of an old man living in the Duplienskoye village. Named Grigory Korova. Once there was this lonely farmer that lived over yonder, where there is now a clearing. His surname was Trofimov, methinks, but we call him Drone. You know, like the lazy bee that only buzzes around with no work done. Now he's one lazy son of a gun, but how rich he was. Had no servants, almost no relatives. But still he prospered. It was like his farm was running itself somehow. People from our village avoided the man. My grandma used to say that each night a certain gate opens on Drone's fields, and devils pour out holding pitchforks, plows, and shovels. You know, to work Drone's fields, I don't know if that was the truth, but when the revolution of 1917 happened, and the communists came to take his riches, he gave them everything without a fight. All of his crops, all of his livestock. And when the revolutionaries started to leave, he told them, "Take it all. I've got fertile land, I will grow more riches for myself." And you know what, comrade? I swear, this is the truth. I saw it myself, and others saw it too. We all saw how during the next night, Rich Man's Drone's field changed. Oh yes, we saw it. Saw cows and goats and horses emerge from the ground. First the heads grew from the ground, then the bodies followed. Pale and milky, like they were still undeveloped somehow. They crawled out of the ground, screaming, foaming at their mouths, watching each other with wild, mad eyes. They grew out of Rich Man Drone's field like horseradish or potatoes. It was like the field birthed them. And next morning, Rich Man Drone and his new herds were gone without a trace. There are things on this earth much older than humanity, and they like one thing, my friend: solitude. This is why Rich Man Drone left these lands, I think, because we humans bothered him too much. Oh, and the livestock that the communists took from his farm? All of it died out soon. Horses, cows, pigs, and goats all fell apart and turned into moist soil, like the soil of Drone's fields from which they came. In the Konoplyasovo village, there's a legend that somewhere deep in the woods, there's a tree that is not really a tree. It's really hard to understand what that phrasing means. The only answer the locals gave me was, "You'll know it when you see it." One later added that if I manage to find this tree that is not a tree, I should bow to it. If the tree will continue standing still after that, you walk away, boy. But if it bows back, there won't be no place to go no more, he said. Oh, that kind of gave me chills. That's kind of creepy. One moment. Nikiforov from the control center visited us today. We had a talk. Later even drank together. Secretly, of course. We discussed the latest game in the World Chess Championship between the current champion, Karpov, and the new star on the scene named Kasparov. The match is still going, but Nikiforov thinks that Karpov will win. I, on the other hand, doubt it. I think Kasparov can still give a good fight. Yes, the Sicilian defense and a beautiful victory in 31 moves already happened, but I think the man is still just warming up. Visited Dr. Brown today to get some medicine against my headache. I do get those sometimes. But this one I have right now is just something else. It almost stings the skin on my head. Browd made a quick checkup and gave me a pill. I think I feel better, but why did it hurt like that? I sleep well, I eat healthy. Maybe it's cabin fever. I noticed that Nina and her team also look pale and sickly. I'm so lucky that I never took a wife and have no kids. It's frightening to look at how some of my colleagues miss home. Man, this is a lot. Nikiforov visited today. Had a bottle of something special with him this time. We drank a little bit, talked about Karpov versus Kasparov, the famous chess match. I still believe that the Campomanes made the right move, but Nikiforov thinks he chickened out. After the talk, Nikiforov told me about a project called Atom. He heard that it's a code name for a contingency plan that will be enforced in case of an all-out war. A creepy rumor. It means they're seriously preparing for war. But does the public know? I don't think so. After that, we mostly stayed silent. Finally, Nikiforov shook my hand and went back. I am somewhat unnerved. A bizarre and terrible fight broke off between Vavilov and me today. I can't even remember what started it, but we were almost at each other's throats moments later. Lucky that the others pulled us apart and made us make peace. In the end of the day, we even decided we would play chess together as was planned. It's interesting to point out that the flash of rage was so instantaneous and completely irrational for both of us. We both can usually keep our emotions in check, and our hands to ourselves. What has gone wrong? I think I should look into the behavior of my other colleagues. Dr. Browd told me that a fair few of our research members came to him with violent headaches. Mostly men from Nina's team. Colonel Malishev and some soldiers also reported pains in the head region. Just now I awoke from a terrible nightmare. Sorry, my eye's starting to twitch on me, making it even harder to read. Just now I awoke from a terrible nightmare. As I woke up, quite terrified, a strange thought occurred to me. This is why I'm making this entry. It's not the first time I got that exact nightmare. I had a few of them, differing only slightly between themselves. Starting from March, I will now describe the nightmare. I sit inside my room in the bunker. On a bed, I think. Although it doesn't matter. There's a light in the room. A light bulb is shining quite brightly. I'm reading a newspaper or something like that, when the door to the restroom suddenly starts opening slowly. I turn my head and ask, Semyonov? It's dark in the restroom. As nobody answers me, I get up from the bed and go check why the door is open. At this moment, I hear a voice from the darkness. It says a word or a phrase. It's in Russian, I think, but I can't understand it. Ask again. Is it you, Semyonov? Then a thought occurs to me. It is not a human voice. It is not a human. I woke up in tears. Have to pay attention to my dreams from now on. My dreams are getting more vivid. In my last I saw my first teacher, Maria Ivanova. She's wearing some sort of a cotton vest covered with rusty red velvet spots. She's walking around the classroom, giving me a lecture. When I suddenly had a thought again, her voice is not human. She is not a human. I woke overwhelmed with terror. Had a chat with Vavilov, learned something bizarre. He gets nightmares that are very close to my own. The only difference is that in his dreams he is in Leningrad, his favorite city. Dr. Browd supposes it's because of the stress. Strange. I don't feel very stressed. Maybe some type of hidden neurosis. They finally told us the news. While we sat underground, our planet died. Why am I not surprised? Strange. Dr. Browd gave everyone sedatives, but I didn't take any. I feel pity for my colleagues and their families, but I don't really give a frick about everyone else. Today a group of soldiers is planning to go to the surface. We need food and resources. A lot of things, really. We also should find survivors and help them in any way we can. Probably. This is all too surreal. We don't have a lot of options. Colonel Malishev, me, Semyonov, Martinenko, Naiman, as well as Drill Sergeant Denisov and the privates Kreselnikov, Hachaturian, Chaikin, Samoylov. Sorry, I'm butchering all these names. Kastanov, Chernyavsky, and Svetlov are going topside. The others were hit by the news too badly. Krasnov went off his rocker, I believe. Good luck to us, I guess. Hope to write a new entry soon. And he did not make it. Alright. Well, that was a mouthful. I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one we'll continue exploring here, and then we'll go into the laboratory that we have the code for. I'm assuming the codes that I have, or that I found on this bookshelf here, are for these doors here. Yeah, so it shouldn't take too long to explore all that, and then, yeah, we'll maybe finish Bunker 317 in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and hope to see y'all in the next one.